Yes, you read the title correctly. Today we're gonna turn Skyrim into The Sims. Now this won't be easy. These games are very different. However, I am confident we'll be able to create a mod list to accomplish our goal. Now we can't turn Skyrim into The Sims without character needs, so grab mini needs to implement a plethora of needs. Keep in mind all of these needs will be toggleable in its MCM, but with mini needs you'll now need to eat, drink, sleep, bathe, socialize, urinate, and defecate. Now before you get any sick ideas, no, you can't poop on Nazim, okay? You can only relieve yourself when you're alone. Moving on. You can also enable needs for skooma and alcohol if you're addicted to these substances, and you can enable needs for other things I can't cover, because this channel is family friendly. Now with all these needs being implemented, you'll really be able to get immersed playing your character. Maybe even a little too immersed. But oh, how could we forget the greatest need of them all? The need to raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. It's a free-to-download RPG, available on iOS, Android, and PC, with hundreds of champions, a storyline, PvP arenas, and challenging endgame content like the Doom Tower, a giant tower full of bosses like the Scarab King that you can only clear with an army of champions and smart strategies. For a free-to-play game, I must say these characters look incredible. I like this champion because she looks like Umbrail. Wait. Umbrail, what are you doing? Umbrail? A lot's going on this month, like the Path of Light event, where you can explore 3 branching paths to obtain rewards. And new champions and skins are coming out too. There's also a Deliana Chase event happening right now. If you play for 7 days between now and the 20th of July, you'll get Deliana, a brand new legendary support champion.
I love Raid Shadow Legends.
So use the link in the description or scan my QR code, and if you're a new player, you'll get $30 worth of rewards. You'll get a free epic champion, Tayrel, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. Be sure to grab these rewards here. Also just know that these rewards are only available for the next 30 days. And once you're in game, use promo code MyDeliana to get a ton of silver and 50 XP brews to instantly level your Deliana to max level. Add over. When creating a character in The Sims, you can pick their traits. Traits give your character personality and change how you approach the game. But characters also have a mood meter you'll need to manage to avoid consequences. And understandably, traits are important factors for a character's mood. To bring these foundational features over to Skyrim, we'll need Mood Mod. Mood Mod implements a mood meter for the player, as well as traits. Over time, your mood will slowly decrease, so you'll need to maintain it. Your actions are important, as they'll now affect your mood. Actions like consuming hot and delicious food, defeating powerful enemies, and looting valuable items will improve your mood. However, getting injured, doing nothing, or constantly eating the same kinds of foods will decrease it. But just be careful, because just like in real life, if you fail to maintain your mood, you can end up becoming depressed. Wow, what a realistic mod. When depressed, you'll gain almost no experience and receive penalties to your speech skill, so avoid it at all costs. But thankfully on the flip side, having a good mood will increase experience gained and provide a bonus to your speech skill. But your followers will also have mood meters, and can even earn and spend their money, cook food, order in taverns, and craft items all on their own. However, they'll also be much more intelligent, so don't expect to be able to take gold from their inventories anymore, as they'll consider it as their own property now, and will only do so if you build up enough trust with them over time. Additionally, both the player and follower's moods will affect their facial expressions, so you can quickly tell how they're feeling with a quick glance. But here comes the best part. You can pick various traits for your character. During my playthrough, I picked the Sweet Tooth and the Fair Fighter traits, which turned out to be a terrible idea. My character essentially became Willy Wonka, constantly being obsessed with consuming sweets, and they didn't like looting the dead because of their code of honor. But this made my playthrough very unique, and forced me to play in different ways. You could make a character with the alcoholic trait, so drinking increases your mood, and doing so in taverns multiplies the effect. But you'll have an addiction, and so you'll need to drink often, and have something strong at least once a week, or your mood will deteriorate rapidly. Or how about the natural born ranger trait? Your character will become a nature-loving hippie. They'll love hunting in the wild, and actions like eating dinner near a fire will give them a large mood boost. They'll also be able to collect more information from dead bodies. However, be wary because they won't enjoy sleeping indoors, and will prefer to sleep under the open sky. Let's now install more mods to bring characters to life. Conditional expressions add subtle face animations to your character, so they won't look like a paralyzed robot anymore. They'll actually look around and change expressions depending on what's going on. It also pairs nicely with other mods like EVG conditional idols and eating animations and sounds. So if your character's low on stamina, they'll breathe heavily and appear to be visibly tired. And if they're eating, you'll see and hear them chewing. They'll also now squint their eyes when sneaking, look embarrassed if they're naked, and much more. But for those who really want to roleplay the character they're playing, grab Custom Idol Wheel menu. You'll be able to play custom poses, gestures, and idols. I use this mod all the time, just to have some fun while playing. And though it takes some time to set up and get it up and running, it's a feature I'm sure most of you will enjoy having. Since we're trying to turn Skyrim into The Sims, the Hearthfire DLC will understandably help us achieve this, but it's always left me wanting a little bit more. So let's install Hearthfire Extended to add new content, allowing us to build any furniture in any room, and additional wings off our cellars, while also implementing bug fixes, enhancements, and more. What's good about this mod is that it also allows us to customize vanilla player homes, as well as mod-added player homes too. It adds features like being able to collect honey and milk from apiaries and cows, hiring servants and guards, and allowing you to brew mead from the previously useless mead barrels in basements. But we now need Interact. This mod is nuts. It has so many useful features. You can select weapons, armors, or other items to adjust their position and orientation just by moving your crosshair around. You can build all kinds of furniture from containers to crafting stations, or even pick up some containers like chests from dungeons. You can also straight up build a cabin or camp anywhere, though the author does recommend you don't build in populated areas. There are many more features, but these are the main ones that we'll be interested in. For those looking to own properties, I'm going to recommend Winston Mine and Helyarkin Farm. They add a mine and farm for you to rebuild and will allow you to immersively earn gold as you progress. They've also got quality of life features such as unique storage systems and the ability to hire builders. Additionally, they also come with full integration with the Hearthfire's DLC, so you'll be able to interact with most objects. Ultimately, hundreds of hours of extra gameplay will be added alone with these two mods, and it's very satisfying to see these properties evolve over time. Occupations are important in The Sims. They help define characters, and so to bring this aspect into Skyrim, we need Jobs of Skyrim. The mod adds alternative ways of obtaining gold other than delving into dungeons and going on dangerous adventures. You can work as a priest, delivery man, merchant assistant, tax collector, and much more. I'd also recommend Missives and Headhunter for those looking to do some bounty hunting, and Become a Bard for those looking to play as a bard. Not all of these jobs will pay the same, but it's good to have many options available for role-playing purposes. Character relationships are one of the foundational cornerstones of The Sims. To bring this into Skyrim, we'll need romance. Now, I will mention that this mod was originally intended for adult purposes, as it adds seduction, dating, and cheating mechanics, and heck, you can even provide certain services in exchange for gold. But I personally value its other mechanics much more, those being the ability to inquire, compliment, insult, gift, and propose to NPCs. These overlooked features open a whole range of possibilities, and they'll affect in-game relationships as well, and in turn will affect dialogue. So you'll have control over who you want to befriend, hate, or marry, just like in The Sims. It always disappointed me how you're not able to have biological children from the Hearthfire DLC, but thankfully this is possible with fertility mode. You'll finally be able to start a family, and your babies can even grow into child actors who are compatible with Hearthfires. I'd also like to mention, you don't need to have sussy mods to start a family. Though there is compatibility for sussy mods, you don't need to have them. I won't go too much into detail as the mod is a huge rabbit hole. I mean, it even adds a menstrual cycle to all women, so it's very, very detailed. Perhaps a little too detailed. And there's also a feature to store your babies in soul gems rather than giving birth, which is, what the fuck? However, I do recommend also grabbing Fertility Mode V3 fixes and tweaks, and Fertility Adventures if you decide to try it out. Fertility Adventures brings so much more to Fertility Mode. It'll add new voice dialogue and quests to NPCs. Actors like Serana, Ayla, Farkas, and many more will have dialogue to reflect starting a family, and your lovers will have quests for you related to the new life you're creating together. Though generic NPCs are supported, the author recommends you start a family with the supported characters for the most dialogue and immersiveness. However, to really finalize our list, we'll need to overhaul children. Now, I'm not sure why all the children in vanilla Skyrim look like potatoes, but thankfully we're able to make them look like actual normal children by using RS Children. We can also go a step further and install lively children animations for extra polish. And there you have it. I'm pretty sure this is the closest we're gonna get to turning Skyrim into The Sims. So have fun with this setup. Use these mods to create and roleplay interesting characters. Make a Bosmer nature-loving alchemist, or a Nord barbarian alcoholic tax collector, or something. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and consider supporting the channel on Patreon. My amazing patrons make it possible for me to create the content you're watching, while I also study at uni. Take care, lads and lasses, and I'll catch you next time. Raid Shadow Legends.